Hello one and all, this is NakoruruFan90, wanting to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and I just want to say up front that I sincerely apologize for not making any videos for the past 3 months, but I've just been very busy with various things like college and my part-time job, and I just haven't had time to make many videos lately. But to make up for it, I just thought I'd go ahead and show my fans, friends, and subscribers my room, give them a little tour of my room. So let's get started. And first of all, I want to show my door here. I've got a wall scroll of Saber from the Fate series hanging here. And right here I've got various awards over here, stuff that I've achieved. Right here I've got a wall scroll of Kasumi from Dead or Alive hanging right here. And then I've got a miniature poster of Akiko from Sweet Home right there. Then right here I've got like a home pinball machine here of something that's Monopoly themed. It's a little bit fun. It's pretty entertaining. But right here I've got my bunk bed right here. Sleep on the bottom bunk here, and it's just been made up. Top bunk's a little bit of a mess right now because I haven't been able to hang up my clothes. I don't have any clothes hangers yet to hang these new clothes up with. Yeah, I got a lot of clothes for Christmas. Right here I've got a Christmas nightlight, my alarm clock here, and right down here I've got my Holy Bible right here, and bookmark, and a comic book Bible that my art teacher in high school gave to me for graduation. She's a Christian too, and I actually know her really well. So with that, right down here, I've got my collection of novels. Got Beowulf, Dracula, Lord of the Rings, Lake Haiku, Spiderwick Chronicles, that sort of thing. And then in here I've got my manga right here in this little chest right here. I've got various manga in here. I've got Aoi House, Higurashi When They Cry, Azumanga Daioh, let's see, what else? I've got Deers, got Inuyasha right here, which actually, personally, I think that the manga is a lot better than the anime. Just my personal opinion about it. And I've got various other ones down here. I've got Yotsuba and Samurai Champloo, as you can see right there. It's kind of hard to see because it's like deep in there. And I've got Spice and Wolf. Yeah, I've got a whole bunch of manga in here, and they're all great. But anyway, aside from that, right up here I've got my new flat screen TV, and as you can see I've got my PS3 going right now, and of course I've got more Christmas decorations there, but got my PS3 going, and as you can see I've got the background set to Disgaea 3 with plein air in a Santa costume. It's pretty cool. But right here I've got like a birth certificate, you know, kind of like a stock birth certificate, just to like post a picture and so forth, and your name. But anyway, right here I've got miniature posters of Nakoruru from Samurai Showdown series, and of course in the back here I've got my step down converter and my cords right there, cables, and right down here, let's see here. Right down here I've got my NES, and I've got my Sega Master System and the games for it. And right up here I've got my Nintendo Wii. I've got a whole lot of games for it. I've got games like Castle Shikigami 3, Mario Party, Super Swing Golf, Sin and Punishment, Super Mario, Sonic, you know, various games, Legend of Zelda, Castlevania, that sort of thing. And then right down here I've got my power cords and peripherals for my handhelds, and I've also got some rechargeable batteries down there for some of the handhelds that I'm not currently using at the moment. And then in here I've got my Nintendo Wii with an SD card inside it, and of course it's kind of cramped in here. I've got a lot of peripherals for my Wii. Yeah, this is my Nintendo Wii is, and yeah. Moving on, down here on this drawer, got my Famicom Disk System, my TurboGrafx-16, and I've got the games for it right here. As you can see, kind of hard to see the TurboGrafx-16 since it's underneath all this stuff. But got my Sega Dreamcast. This is a Japanese Dreamcast, and I've got my Super Famicom games. Got my Disk System games here, and my Famicom games. So, moving on to the next drawer. I've got my Neo Geo CD, love this system, and got my North American Dreamcast and my 3DO, and of course I've got my 3DO games over there. So, moving on, down here I've got GameCube games, Xbox games. Got my Nintendo GameCube right here with the Game Boy Player add-on. Right there's my Xbox, and of course I've got my slim PS2 right here. The reason why I have this is that my fat PS2 actually died on me, so I'm having to use that. But yeah. Okay, so let's move on to the next drawer. And right here is where my PS3 would originally be. And down here, got my Virtual Boy with my Virtual Boy games. For some reason, you know, there's just something about the system I actually love, because it's like, you know, one of the first attempts that they tried to make portable gaming, you know, 3D. But yeah, I like this system. And right down here, I've got my Sega Saturn with various games. Got like Bug, Galaxy Fight, Sonic 3D Blast, and I've got my controller's peripherals right there. Right down here, hard to see, but I've got my Atari Jaguar here, and I do have an Atari Jaguar CD as well. So you can see right here, I've got 2 CD games. Got VidGrid and Blue Lightning. So. But yeah, there's not many CD games for the Jaguar CD. But anyway, got my Atari 2600 here, my Atari Flashback 2, which mimics the 2600. And the reason why I have that is it has you know, games on it that I don't have for my original 2600. Then I've got the Atari Flashback, the original Flashback that not many people like. It was supposed to mimic the 7800, but uses NES on a chip software, and you know, it's just stinks. But anyway, I've got my Coleco head-to-head game system here. It's the 2-player version of it, and really it has ColecoVision-like graphics, but you know, just not any games that mimic anything from a ColecoVision game. So yeah, it's like off-the-wall stuff that reminds you of the handhelds that Coleco came out with. Right here I've got my Sega Genesis, and right here I've got Valis and Valis 3. Just wanted to show that to Valis77, since he's a big fan of that series. And yeah, but if you haven't noticed, there's several consoles missing from my collection now, because I actually sold them. I don't really have them anymore, because I think, you know, owning something of the same thing now, it just doesn't click with me anymore. I don't know why. But right here I've got my recliner here that I use to play my games with, or watch TV, or whatever. Just, you know, sit back and relax. Got a window right there, and got my Nintendo 64 right there with the expansion pack. And got the games sitting underneath it. Got my Super Nintendo games and my Super Nintendo in itself. This, along with the Sega Genesis and the NES, I really grew up with. I love those systems. They were awesome systems, and you know, That was back when gaming was really good. But yeah, let's go around here, and as you can see right here, I've got a wall scroll of Yuki Kisaragi from Final Fantasy VII. I've got a miniature poster of Rimuru from Samurai Showdown series right there. And of course over here I've got the same thing. But right here is my handhelds table right here. Got the original Game Boy, Game Boy Pocket, Game Boy Advance, Sega Game Gear, Game Boy Micro, WonderSwan Color, Game Boy Advance SP, PSP, Game Boy Pocket, not Game Boy Pocket, Neo Geo Pocket Color, sorry. Yeah, I've got an Atari Lynx, and I've got a new Nintendo 3DS, which is a great system. The only bad thing to say about it is just the battery life. But, yeah. Right down here, I've got my Nintendo DS games. I've got various games in this collection. I've got, just for the record, I've actually got all the Etrian Odyssey games. I've got the art book that came with Etrian Odyssey 3 here. I've got both the Izuna games. I love these games. I like roguelike games. I don't know why. It's just something that, you know, I just find really fascinating with. You know, I like various roguelike games like Sheer and Wonder and so forth. But let's see, I've got the AR cards there that came with my 3DS, and the only two games I really have for my 3DS at the moment is Super Mario 3D Land and Dead or Alive Dimensions, which are great games. And of course, one of my favorite games for the original DS, World Ends With You. Yep. But I know this video is a little bit random, and I apologize for it. I hope that, you know, it doesn't really get to anybody, but, you know, I just wanted to show off my collection here, show off my room, and so forth, you know, just for my fans, friends, and subscribers. But right here, down to the PSP collection here, I've got all three of the Ys games, as you can see right there. I've also got an Ys calendar, which I forgot to show. It's right over there, sitting beside of my anime collection. Going back into it, and I apologize, I just wanted to show that. I've got various games, I've got Panga, I've got DJ Max Fever, Fate Extra. I love this RPG. This is a great RPG. It reminds me of Persona a lot, and it's really fun and so forth. And I've got one Japanese game for the PSP. You can actually run, you know, Japanese PSP games on a North American system. I've got Fate Tiger Coliseum, which is pretty epic. I love this. It's really funny, especially with reactions on everybody's faces whenever something bad happens. Yeah, but yeah, and that's pretty much it for the PSP collection there. Then I've got my Game Boy Color, Game Boy Color only, Game Boy Advance, and along with some of the NES classics for it. I've got Neo Geo Pocket Color, WonderSwan Color, as you can see laying right there, and Game Gear games. So, down to here, I've got various PlayStation games. These are my PS1, PS2, and PS3 games. I've got various ones. I've got Disgaea, I've got Sakura Wars, So Long My Love, Neo Geo Battle Coliseum, which I actually like. There's a whole lot of people that really don't care for it. I don't know why. I've got one of the RPGs I actually grew up with, Wild Arms 3, and I love this game. This is my favorite game in the series. And, let's see if I can get this back in here. There we go. Xenosaga, Ys, the Ark of Nepishtim. I've got Final Fantasy 7, 8, 9, and 10. I've got the original Guilty Gear, which is a fun game. And speaking of games published by Atlas, I've got the original Persona, which I got this like a couple of years ago. It is very expensive. I paid like $80 for it. but it is a really fun game. I actually like this game. Apart from the, besides the localization that was pretty poor on it, it's actually a really fun game. I actually enjoy it. But, yep, aside from that, if I can get all that put back in here, I've got various games here. I've got Atelier Verona, I've got Atelier Totri, which is awesome, and Heavenly Sword, great game, and got Hyperdimension Neptunia. Can't wait for the second one to come out, despite the fact that the second one, they rated it, for mature, for far less descriptors than what this game has. It's quite odd. I don't know why. But I've got Agrest War and Trinity Universe, which I just picked up a copy of about several months ago, and yeah, found it at GameStop. But yeah, and right here is the closet of doom. Anyway, going in here, as you can see, there's my wardrobe, and right down there is a lonely suitcase right there. Up here, I've got various things. I've got the original box to Jack Brothers, complete with game and manual. Virtual League Baseball, complete with game and manual. V-Tetris, complete with game and manual. And, the manuals for Warrior Land and Panic Bomber. And, right here, I've got Suguri for the PC, and I love this game. This is one of my favorite, bullet heck shooters. I really enjoy it. Got my Famicom box, and right there, you probably can't see it, but those are actually sealed lunch bags based from Super Mario Bros. 3. It's funny. My uncle actually found those like in his closet. He gave them to me, and it's pretty funny. Got my disc system box right there, Super Nintendo controller box. Got various Mario figures right there. Got my Sega Nomad here. It doesn't really work anymore, but I decided to keep it, just collector's sake. Got the box for Natsuki Crisis Battle, and the original Shin Megami Tensei, which is an awesome RPG. But yeah, and now I've got a huge figurine of Toad. And right there I've got my case for my Sega Game Gear and a lunch tray based off of the original Super Mario Brothers. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much my room right there in a nutshell. And likewise, I hope and pray that you all have enjoyed this this video. And as you can see, it's kind of dim there with the screen burn-in reduction feature. And, I hope and pray that everybody's enjoyed this video, and hope everybody has a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And just want to say right now, if you want to, add me on PSN, just let me know, and I'll let you know what my username is. But apart from that, this has been NakoruruFan90, and I'll see you next time. Sayonara, and God bless.